Okay, everybody, we have some dimensional analysis examples we're going to do real quick. And we have 3 hours to how many seconds? What it is, dimensional analysis, we're going to convert from one set of units to another set of units. So here we're going from hours to seconds. And we always have to start the same way. As we said in class, we always take our given and put it over 1. We're given 3 hours. So let's take 3 hours and put it over 1. And some people will just take 3 hours and put it right here and convert the rest of the way. I always take 3 hours and put it over 1 because you're going to end up with a bunch of fractions, and 3 hours over 1 is the same exact thing as saying 3 hours, so it's just easier because it's already in fraction form. So we have to do our next step. We want to convert to seconds, so we have 3 hours over 1. Our next step is to always bring the units down, because we need them to cancel out. So we need them on the top as well as the bottom. So we're going to bring down our units, put hours down here, and then we can go hours to seconds or hours to something else that's a little easier to convert to first. If you know how many seconds are in an hour, that's fantastic. But if you don't, right off the top of your head, you can say, okay, I know there's 60 minutes in an hour, and we can convert there first. So let's try that. 60 minutes in 1 hour. So now our hours are going to cancel out, and we'll scratch that out at the end of the problem to show they cancel. But now you have 60 minutes. So we're not quite to our spot yet. We need to go to seconds. That's a unit we're looking for. So 60 minutes, we need to go to seconds. So we'll take our units and bring them down. Until you reach the units you're looking for, you must bring it down. Convert to something else, bring it down, and go all the way until you're done. So here we've gone hours to minutes, and now we can convert to seconds, because we know in 1 minute there's 60 seconds. So we're going to put 60 seconds and 1 minute. Remember, the bigger unit always gets the 1. So that's a way of looking at it. There's minutes are bigger than seconds, it gets the 1. You put how many seconds there are in a minute. Hours are bigger than minutes, this gets the 1. You put how many minutes there are in an hour. Okay, now we're done with this part. We've reached seconds, and now we can go ahead and stop, because that's where we need to be. That's the unit we're looking for. We can stop. So we show here hours cancel out, our minutes cancel out. We're left in seconds, which is great because that's where we want to be. So there's a certain amount of seconds that are in 3 hours. Well, we need to do our math. 60 times 3. And when you just have ones on the bottom, anything divided by 1 is itself, so we don't need to put that into the calculator. But when you do put 3 times 60 in the calculator, you're going to end up with 3,600 times 3, which is about 10,800. Let me verify that real quick. Yes, 10,800 seconds. And I got that a little close. Let's go ahead and put that right there. Make it easier to see. Okay, I hope this helped. I'll do another example in just a second. Okay, back with the second example. We have on this one 2.5 yards, 2.5 yards equals how many inches? So we want to do the same thing we did in the last example. Every example, really, every problem we work, we will always take the given amount and put it over 1. That is the start of our problem. So 2.5 yards is what's given. Put that over 1, and now we want to convert to something. We want to eventually get to inches, but we just can't go yards to inches. Yeah, you technically could if you knew, but I like to take it step by step till you get very comfortable with it. So with yards, we're going to bring the units down. That way they cancel out. So now we'll go yards to something else. Well, we know there's 3 feet in a yard, so let's go there first. 3 feet in 1 yard, and we're not to inches yet. We're in feet because yards are going to cancel out. So now we're left at feet right now. So to go to inches, we have to cancel out feet. The only way to cancel out feet is bring the units down. So I'll bring feet down. And now we go feet, 2 inches. Feet are bigger, so that gets the 1. Remember, the bigger unit always gets the 1 when you start converting. So yards got the 1 here, there's 3 feet in 1 yard. Feet gets the 1 here, and there are 12 inches in 1 foot. And now we're in inches. We can stop because that's exactly where we want to go to. So now we do our math. You have, well, first let's show the canceling of the units. Yards cancel out, feet cancel out. You're left in inches, so we can write our unit over here. Units are in inches. And once you do the math on this, you'll see that 2.5 times 3 times 12 equals 90 inches. And remember, all you're doing is multiplying across the top and dividing anything that's on the bottom. But in this case, it's only 1, 1, and 1, and dividing anything by 1 is itself. So there's no point in even dividing those by 1. So 2.5 times 3 times 12 equals 90. Your answer is 90 inches. So that's how you convert 2.5 yards to inches.